Welcome back to yet another weekly Forex forecast. In this video I will do a short forecast technical analysis of some of the most traded Forex pairs, such as the Great Britain pound against the US dollar, the Great British pound against the Japanese yen, and the euro against the Australian dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So I will do a technical analysis, but I will also look at the economic calendar to sort out some of the most important economic events that you should know, and mix that together to come to a full analysis of these Forex pairs. So welcome back. As I said, we will look at the economic calendar to sort out some of the most important economic events, as well as do a technical analysis, or show you a technical analysis with interesting buy and sell areas. But let us first look at the economic calendar of this week. Basically, I'll just, as I said, sort the most important things out. So these are all not important except for the durable goods order and these two that come with it, but this one is the most important one. And then, although this has medium importance, all of these speeches are very important too. You could watch them live, that's available most of the time, but you can also just look at a news article about it to read what they have said. Then on to Tuesday, consumer confidence of Germany, not that important. Monetary policy meeting minutes could be important, so I would just avoid trading the Japanese yen at the night of Monday to Tuesday. Austria, not important. Unemployment rate, Mexico, not important too. Lagarde speech could be important, just watch out for it. A goods trade balance gets a high importance, but it's not that important, albeit if the actual differs a lot from the consensus, of course it will be important, because after all it's the US dollar, the most traded and the most held currency. So basically everything of the US dollar, every economic event is relatively more important. That's why the consumer confidence is important too, and the Powell testimony is very important too. Probably these speeches will be a little bit less important because the Powell speech is or testimony is before it. So I would just take a good look at this one. On to Tuesday, again, not too much. Consumer confidence and economic sentiment of the European Union I will look out for personally, because I trade two euro pairs, but most of the time these don't really move the market that much. Again, a lot of speeches this week. These will be important. Lagarde again. It also depends on what is said in the previous speech. Governor Bailey and the Powell speech, quite important. Then we have this. The building permits could be important for the Australian dollar, as well as retail sales. But as these are in the night, I will just prevent myself from trading in these pairs. Then we have GBP. I think the GDP growth rate is the most important one. This one not too much, current account not, but these ones are definitely good to look out for and also important. Retail sales of Spain, not important. I don't trade the Swiss franc, so not important too. These ones all not important except for the European and the German one. Germany being the largest country economically in the European Union, and this being the get-together of all the countries. So these two are important. And then of course initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims and the one in between, these are important too, as well as to look out for this one. It's always important to look at that. These speeches are less important as the other speeches. And then Friday, unemployment rate, very important. Retail sales could be important, not too important, but look out for it. And then all of the PMIs are not very important except for the German and the European one, Again, I mean, you could also look at the Italian and the French one, but Germany and European in total are more important. British PMI also important, inflation rate important. And then here we have some things of the US dollar again. The PMI is important, Michigan consumer sentiment is important, and these two PMIs as well. These two not too much, these ones more, and then we have one more speech which I don't think will be too important. But yeah, that's the end of the week, and those are the most important economic events. Now let's get right into the technical analysis. So welcome back to the technical analysis part. I saw that the economic calendar part was quite long, so I will try to do this as quickly as possible. First off, the euro against the Australian dollar. Very clearly in an uptrend, also visible on the EMAs. There was a very good sell opportunity right here, but as of now I don't really see any sell opportunities, but I do see this green box as a nice buy opportunity, albeit that I think at least the 100 EMA and preferably the 200 EMA should get into that box to make it a valid buy area. Otherwise I will not take it, and then it will be basically based on the trend line a little bit and the 1.66 and one of the two EMAs. So let's go on to the euro against the New Zealand dollar, which is in a different trend. It was consolidating right here, and before that it was in a downtrend. And right now, to be honest, it looks like it will go into a downtrend once again. It had broken support here, broken through this support, so I will be looking for sell areas. First of all, this sell area, but I highly doubt that it's going to reach this area. So from this point on, I will go for this sell area, which I think it could reach. And I think it could be a very nice area to sell, possibly for a very long term, if it goes into another a good downtrend such as this one. No buy areas. Then the Great British Pound against the Australian dollar, again same as the euro against the Australian dollar. This is in a very clear uptrend. This red area would be a nice sell, I think, but as a day trade, but I don't think it will be valid for much longer. I'll give it like till Wednesday afternoon, and after that I will remove it. Then this green buy area I think is very nice, based on this trend line, third touch, the key level, and yeah, that's basically it. I mean, hopefully an EMA will come to it, but that doesn't seem like it. Or the price has to move up here. If the price moves up here, the EMA might reach it. And this purple area is more for long term, so I also had that last week, and that's more if the price breaks through this trend line and then it retests on the trend line with a 1.9 key level. I think that could be a nice trade, but again, not for right now. Then the Great British Pound against the Canadian dollar has been in a very large range for quite some time, so it's consolidating quite a bit, but within that consolidation there are sometimes trends forming, and right here last week the price was trending quite upwards, trying to break this key level. That's why I also had this purple, for if it broke through I could retest all of this, but as you can see, the price just tested the purple to its full extent and then decided that it will still be in a consolidation. So what I think will happen is that it will again go to maybe here, I don't know, but I do think that in between this could be a nice buy area. Again, a day trade. This will not be a swing trade, a day trade based on this trend line and the key level, and a little bit of 1.73 psychological key level. I think that could be a very nice short-term buy, let's say for 100 pips. Then the Great British Pound against the Japanese yen. As you would have known if you would have followed the Forex forecast of last week, we had a very nice, and the Instagram account, we had a very nice trade. right here, bought at the low and sold at the top as of now. It might go higher at market open. So that was the trade right here, kind of confirming that the price is in a consolidation area or in a consolidation mode, but that hasn't really been confirmed yet. So now I don't really have any setups. I'm just waiting for it to give me some confirmation of where in what direction the price will go. I mean, if it breaks this trend line, we could see another uptrend, but again, it could also bounce off of this. So it's just playing the waiting game for a little bit for this pair. Then the Great British Pound against the New Zealand dollar, and you see the same for the euro against the New Zealand dollar. They're very much alike. The euro and the Great British Pound against both oceanic currencies. This one I find very difficult to analyze at this point of time, because you see these candles, very weird candles, basically bouncing in a very small range. And that should worry you as a trader, because to me this means that a very big move is going to come. So that's why I put the sell and the buy area quite far away. I think this could be a nice buy area, 1.92 and a key level. And I think this could be a very nice sell area based on the 1.98 plus the Fibonacci plus the trend line a little bit and the key level. But to be honest, I don't even know if this trend is consolidating or trending down. It looks like it's kind of trending down at this moment, but still I would need a little bit more confirmation. Then we have the Great British Pound against the US dollar, a little bit the same as the Great British Pound against the Japanese yen. I think this could be a very nice sell area, and that would kind of mean that the price is consolidating. But other than the Great British Pound against the Japanese yen, the price here actually hasn't really shot up. It actually retested off of this trend line. So what could happen is that probably price opens in the positive, but it might find some resistance here, and it might retest this level again. And I don't know for sure if this level will hold again. So I think this very well could go into a downtrend, but that's just waiting for a little bit. If it opens positively and it goes through this key level and through the trend lines, then I think there's a very good chance that there's enough bullish momentum to actually reach this zone. And I do think that this zone is a very nice sell area. So that was the last pair of this, of which I made an analysis. And with that we have reached the end of the 5th weekly Forex forecast. If you have any questions about the forecast, any questions about the economic calendar and the economic events, please make sure to ask it down in the description or in the comment box. And I will make sure to respond to it as soon as possible. As for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!